Bitwit's coverage of Computex 2018 is brought to you by Fantex, Vertigear, Enermax, Be Quiet, and CableMod. You can learn more about their products in the links below.
What's going on, guys? Kyle Bitwit here at Computex 2018, and I'm checking out the new ASUS ROG phone, which, admittedly, we're kind of late to the party here. There's already been a ton of content on this phone already. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of it. But we're going to do a little bit of exploration with the accessories that are sold separately with this particular phone, because it's obviously, first and foremost, a gaming phone, and mobile gaming can be kind of limited when you don't have the proper peripherals or controllability. That's not a word. The proper control with certain functions. So we're going to explore the actual accessories around the phone and just talk about the experience overall. So let's take a look. First off, we've got the Game Vice, which you can see here kind of has these two controllers on either side. It's actually a single unit, though. It connects to the phone via Type-C. So yes, the ROG phone does connect via Type-C connector, and it's got this sort of ribbon cable connecting the two ends together. You get 4 bumpers, 2 on either side, 2 joysticks for your thumbs, 4 buttons on the right, and a D-pad with you know, start and select and things like that. Let's just go ahead and dive into this racing game. Now, the screen right off the bat is kind of hard to tell from the camera, but it is pretty damn gorgeous. It's 2160 by 1080, I believe. Very high resolution, 90 hertz refresh rate, as I'm sure you guys are already aware. 1 millisecond response time, and the color is just super vivid here. Very sharp, crystal clear image. And I'm going to suck really bad at this game, but more so talking about the experience of me sucking. It's kind of nice playing a racing mobile game with this accessory because you don't necessarily have to turn the phone left and right. You can kind of just use the joysticks to control the car. It won't make you a better gamer, though, that's for sure. Now, I will admit the accessory feels a little bit loose on the phone. It kind of like moves around a little bit, and it doesn't feel as secure as it possibly could. So hopefully they fix that. I did hear that this is pretty close to a final version of what it's going to look like in stores, but I just hope it hugs the phone a little bit better than what I'm feeling right now. The joystick is pretty responsive. It's kind of hard to tell whether it's just my skill level or the actual accessory, but everything seems to respond very quickly. Super snappy. Speaking of snappy, there's a Snapdragon processor in here. The phone's also configurable up to 500 gigs of storage, so plenty of room for all the games, and then some. Oh, and I got wrecked. The buttons on the right side are actually pretty tactile. They feel good, and they're fairly large, maybe a little too large, but definitely not having a hard time locating them at all. And they seem to be placed pretty nicely for my size hands. The bumpers feel pretty good. They're a little bit plasticky for my taste, as are the buttons on the right for that matter. I feel like higher quality construction could have been used, and I'm not sure exactly how durable these will be over time, especially if you're using this every day or just about every day. Yeah, I guess it also depends on how much these accessories are really going to cost. Obviously, the phone is not going to be cheap. I'm hoping that these accessories, for at least what I'm feeling right now, are a bit more reasonable. Let's move on to the next accessory, though. So this is the mobile desktop dock. You can see we've actually got the ROG phone mounted onto a dock right now, which has full-size HDMI. It's got things like USB Type-C. There's actually maybe 3 or 4 USB ports there as well, which allows us to interface with a keyboard, mouse, and up to a 4K monitor. And look at that. That's pretty awesome. We're playing some sort of mobile PUBG game right now, from the looks of it. I'm parachuting down. Don't mind the mouse cursor right here, this black cursor. That's just, you know, everything's still in development right now. Obviously, with some software iterations, they're going to be removing stuff like that. But right now, I'm actually moving my character around with full-size desktop peripherals. Seems pretty smooth, very responsive. Certain buttons right now, certain keys are not working because you actually have to map various keys to the touch functionality of the phone. And then once you do that, you can actually save the profile so that you can just easily swap between them on the fly, depending on the title that you want to play. Again, this is still very much in development. Very cool, though. I should also mention the dock has an Ethernet jack for 1 gigabit per second wired gigabit LAN. So, yeah, you can actually play online. I believe we're playing with other people online right now. So that's kind of cool, just to get you one step closer to that full, rich desktop experience. Obviously, still not exactly the same, though. Now, I've heard that the speakers on the ROG phone are actually pretty decent, but you don't actually have to rely on those if you're playing a game in this way. There is an SPDIF out to your 5.1 channel surround sound system or headphones, if you so desire, so you don't have to skimp on audio either. And the last accessory we're taking a look at here is the Twin View dock. Now, I don't know why the screen just went black. Oh, because we're loading into the game. Perfect. But this is actually a pretty cool accessory. It allows you to sort of dock the phone into this upper area, and there's also a built-in monitor. So it's a 6-inch AMOLED Full HD display. So you can have dual screens here. This is going to be great for things like streaming. If you want to stream on Twitch from your mobile device, you can do that and still have, you know, chat and whatnot in the top screen. You can even take a look at your system thermals. There's a fan speed adjustment. There's a built-in fan apparently right behind the phone itself, as that's what's doing all the work right now. But it's actually a pretty cool little setup. There's a 6,000 milliamp battery that's built into the back of this thing. There's bumpers on either side that actually feel much higher quality than the first accessory we took a look at. In addition, you get advanced dual haptic feedback, so you get the edge that you need for total domination, as the spec sheet says. I'm wondering if you could actually extend the game screen onto the top screen here. That way you could maybe have like a map of the area, so you don't have to keep toggling back and forth. That would be pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure you can, but I don't know exactly how to do that because it's very crowded at the ASUS booth right now, the ROG booth. And we don't really have a dedicated rep to show us how everything works, so we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now. And it's obviously too loud to test anything out right now, but this Twin View dock also has some front-facing quad speakers, just to give you a more amplified sound over what the ROG phone could provide natively. So that's pretty cool. So that was my little hands-on experience with the various accessories that you can buy for the ROG phone, which I'd be very curious to check out later on this year when it finally launches. You guys let me know which one of those accessories tickles your fancy the most, if any. I personally like the Team View dock. That was the one that felt and functioned the best in my opinion. But blow up the comments, guys, and thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and toss a like on it and get subscribed so you don't miss any more of my coverage here at Computex 2018. I'll see you guys in the next one.